What they do. This your boy DP.
This your girl T.
And we're the Gemini Gems, representing for the Geminis across the world, giving our own Miami perspective.
For sure.
So you can follow us on all podcast platforms at Geminis-Gems.
Also follow us on Instagram, Geminis_Gems, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Geminis Gems.
Hey, make sure you like, follow, you comment, and you subscribe. Yes. And make sure when you type it in, it's Geminis with the S, Gems with a Z. And what we do, T?
Drop them gems.
Drop them gems. Do what they do, y'all.
This is
How
crazy.
y'all doing?
Hey, y'all.
Hopefully you all doing well.
Hey.
And yeah, we're back with another one.
Yes, and another one.
And we're back with a spicy one
Hello.
today. So what we're reacting to today is the mom that slept with the baby daddy. And you know, we're just gonna give our input, our interpretation of what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Right, T?
Yeah. Like, this is disgusting, but okay.
Right.
BabyDaddy.
Okay, guys, I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm really getting tired of people labeling me, telling me I'm an unfit mom, that I shouldn't have been in the bed with my daughter's baby daddy, that I slept with him. I'm really getting tired of, people in my inbox, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, under my video saying nasty, mean things when you guys really don't know the full story. So, like I said, I didn't want to have to do this, but I think it's about time you guys hear my side of the story. Was it me in the video? Yes, apparently. My hair is the same. My nails is the same color. Okay, so let's just make that clear. Did I sleep with my daughter's baby daddy?
No.
No. What you guys need to understand is that night, my daughter did go to work. I was tending to my granddaughter. And what you guys do not understand is my granddaughter will not go to sleep unless she's in her mother's bed. So I laid down with my granddaughter. Once she went to sleep, I picked her up and I put her in her room and put her in the bed. And sometime during that time, when I was, putting her in the bed, I'm assuming that's when the baby daddy came in the room and got in the bed. When I went back in the room, I laid down because I was tired. It's a pretty big bed. I didn't realize anybody was laying in the bed next to me. It's pretty dark and everything. And I felt an arm around me. And so I got up in shock. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he was like, well, I thought you was my girl. And I'm like, no. What are you doing in here? And he's like, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you. Miss Sharon, I've been meaning to talk to you. And I'm like, well, can it wait? Like, is it really that important? And he's like, yeah, like, I really need to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, fine. But make sure.
So we're back.
All right now.
All right. So T, go ahead and give it to him.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this because I'm like, is this real? So if this is real, okay, it takes a lot for me to be convinced of false information, of course, social media world life. But if this is real, and I only saw maybe the first 2 to 3 minute snippets of the mom explaining her actions. So I'm not sure if there's a longer extended version. But what I've seen is that she was giving excuses. And I just cannot wrap my head to where if my daughter one day will have a child and then her child is so comfortable with going in the mother's bedroom, to where I get it, to where sometimes a child do need an adult in the bed to lay down with. But you telling me that, and I'm assuming for me to comprehend what I've saw, is that so she went inside the bedroom first, because he wasn't inside the bedroom. So I'm taking it that the grandmother went inside the bedroom first to lay down with the child, and then she got up. So when she exit, while the child maybe is still laying in the bedroom, the father came on the far right side of the bed. And one question is, where is the child in the video? So if the daughter is walking in on the mom and the baby daddy, where is the child if the mom is saying that the child needs someone to stay in a bed? So when did the child get up and walk away? Like, it's just, I'm trying to wrap around the lies that she's stating, because I don't believe the mother. And she was in tears before she started. It's like she was already crying. But if I'm in my truth, if I know that I did not do anything wrong, why would I cry? So it's just, I'm going off of her body language and her words and the tone of her voice. It's just, to me, it's just all lies. So I can't connect to the lie that I'm watching. I just cannot. But go ahead.
No, I mean, you said it all. First of all, I would start from the beginning. The girl catching the baby daddy and the mom in the same bed. And right then and there, she was already defensive. Well, I'm the mom. You get what I'm saying? You cannot kick me out. And then to know that she is basically the breadwinner inside of the house. We have a lazy mom as well as a lazy dad.
Yes.
Just from the video.
Yes.
Just saying. Because
Right.
she buys everything. Clearly, she's the breadwinner. She goes to work. And then she comes home to find them in the bed.
Right.
And from there, it is very distasteful to see that neither adult in that situation was mature enough to walk away, even from each other. Even if they was doing it in secret, you get what I'm saying? And I think that wasn't the first time. They just got caught that time.
Right, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So I believe that, they should have, the mom should have been in the room, in her own room,
Right.
or in the room with the daughter, and the baby daddy just was laying back chilling, which lets me know that this is what was already going on.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it was the fact that he was just like, he put his hand in his phone, just looking at his phone like, yeah, I hear what you saying, but I ain't finna go nowhere.
I ain't moving.
You get what I'm saying? So, and as well as the mom, she didn't even like move, like, I'm not going nowhere. So it's like a total disrespect.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? At that point.
Yes.
And then I only can feel for the one that caught him, the actual the young lady. I only can feel for her because that's very embarrassing. You get what I'm saying? And for you to actually put it out there, I know, like, I don't know the reason for you doing that, but you have your reasons. So, but for you to find it is very disheartening. That your own mom, will cross that boundary.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Now going towards the actual mom coming up with an excuse or having her explanation for her to explain what happened or what's transpired. The story was made up. You can tell as she was building it up. You get what I'm saying? And she probably was crying because she know in her heart that she was going to lie to make herself seem better than what she was, like to make herself seem like she's not that bad of a person. But she knew in her heart that she was doing wrong,
right?
And it was to her daughter. And then to what end? Like, now what do you say after that? What do you do after that? Now you have nobody after that if that was your only daughter. Now, anyone that associate with the daughter is going to side with the daughter and basically blackball you or just shun you out. You know, and I think all of that emotion has come with her actions. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. And I feel like, you know, the mom, the whole story that she made up, she should have said to herself, and a lot of women are delusional too. They try to make themselves seem better than what they are, but they are what they are. You get what I'm saying? If they are a thought, they're a thought. You get what I'm saying? It would never like dumb down. It's just going to show itself whenever the time is available. Just my opinion. So the mom must have, like I say, this must have been going on.
It had to be.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just that they got caught in that situation.
And I feel that the daughter knew. Sadly, I don't want to say this, but I feel that the daughter knew that it was going on for her to trap them in the act, for her to catch it for herself.
Right.
And if y'all know my schedule, y'all know when I'm coming home. And we all know what time it is. Y'all wasn't sneaky. They ain't even try to get up and dash or, oh my God, like they really didn't budge. They just stood right there, laid in the bed as if like, okay, just turn the camera off. Let's talk about it. I felt like I agree with you. That's not the first time. But she probably blasted her mom because she wanted them to partly feel what she felt, and she wanted the world to know that, you know what, this is the shit that really just going on, period. Like, it's not the world that's crazy, it's just the people in the world that makes it crazy. So the world is just the place, but it's the people. And so people probably getting fed up because I know for me, I'm a little more secretive than I was probably in my past. But if someone did something to me that was effed up and shady like that, like, you know what? Y'all wouldn't believe it if I just get on the Facebook or social media, just go live. No.
I get what you're saying.
I need this is my evidence to make it seem like this. So if for me, if I was in a daughter's shoes, for me to blast y'all asses, it's because this is the evidence.
I get that.
You understand?
Yes.
So not to embarrass my family or what we going on into this toxic household, but this is an embarrassment. This is my feelings. This is what I got to go through. So guess what? I'm finna show every mother effing body that shit like this really do go down.
Facts.
You understand? But what is but my stomach hurts and it's disgusting because it's like it's other fish. How can you get lubricant down there knowing that this is a young sorry ass man? Because if I'm working, busting my behind, I've been there, done that. So let me not say I have not, but it's just when you know better, you do better, and growth is optional. So for her, and just to turn this negative into a positive, at the end of the day, this is why, period, when it comes to sexual conversation, and I learned this also as I'm growing up, you just really can't share your sexual stories with your girlfriends or any other females, because trust and believe, 99.9%, that female that you telling those stories to, when they see that male who you was talking to, they're gonna be looking at him, imagining that same story that you told about whatever happened in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, however it go, wherever it went down. So she probably told her mom, they probably had that relationship to where it was, that buddy. There was the girl and the daughter, the best friend relationship, and she probably told her mom about him in the beginning when everything was all fantasy, all good. But now that she's working, he ain't doing shit. The mama not doing nothing because she told the mama, go get on the bus, go get on the train. So obviously the mom doesn't have a car. It obviously means that the mom don't even have her own pot to piss in, just to sum it up. But it's sad that we're doing this to our kids. And we're more talking about the daughter and the mom. What about him? What's his accountability? Like, do he get kudos? Like, yeah, dog. Yeah, I had the mama and the daughter. Because I heard that in my upbringings that's an excitement for males to get the cool points for having both sisters or both of the friends or the mama and the dad. The mom and the daughter. So it's just like, where are we going to draw the line with this?
Well, right. You guys do get the cool point.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Just the fact that they smashed the mom and the daughter, sister, cousin, friend. They do get cool points from that from the guys. But then there's a consequence that comes with that, especially if it's done wrong. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna speak too much on that because I don't know how to condemn then, other than saying that he was wrong in doing that, knowing that this woman works hard and does what she's supposed to do in their dynamic, and then you stab her in the back. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you're wrong for doing that. You feel me? And that's where you are held accountable. Now you gotta go out and live on your own. Now you have to worry about not being in the house with your child. You get what I'm saying? Now whatever comes with that, now it comes. You get what I'm saying? So that's what happened with that. Now, as far as the mom having a relationship with the daughter, where the daughter conveys over what they do in the bedroom, I don't think it's that. I really believe because the mom probably stayed with them, she probably heard them. You get what I'm saying? And because she heard them, you get what I'm saying, she was curious. And so something still from that. You get what I'm saying? So it probably started with the bad road. You coming out of the room, maybe jumping out of the shower with the towel in the kitchen. You get what I'm saying? Bent over, making sure she was doing this. And also what you were saying too, you were talking about basically not she had to prove herself. That's why she put it on social media. She probably did go to her family members and friends and say, hey, I think they sleeping together. Everybody like, why would your mom do that?
Right.
And to get her in the mindset, like, nah, you kind of brush it off or put it under the rug. You get what I'm saying? So it probably stemmed from that, and then she probably had to come with the evidence, like you mentioned. So the evidence so she had to come with the evidence to prove her point, and then it showed itself. You get what I'm saying? And when it showed itself, now she blasted so that everyone can see. And so because some people think other people are delusional.
Yes.
When it comes down to what they feel and what they see and what they believe that is going on. But then when you actually prove it, you get what I'm saying? That's when you can't, it's like without a reasonable doubt that this person did exactly what you said they did. And that's the only way to prove it. So I definitely agree with that. Because she called him, she probably didn't catch him in the actual act before, but she saw something off.
She felt their energy. Say I'm coming home from work, and you guys probably doing your thing before I got there, and then when I came, the atmosphere changed. So she felt like, why or what? When? Like, now she's questionable because that atmosphere. She felt the atmosphere of, I'm coming from a long day of work. What the hell? And then they probably, hey, what's going night? No. So what the hell happened? And it goes back to, just to add also, that you're not able to have two kings and two queens in a damn house.
I always say that.
And I had to learn that in my 30s, especially after my dad passing. I'm like, yeah, we got to do it together. No. Because females and males, the chromosomes, the hormones, it's like it doesn't matter the title of that relationship. It's still a male, it's still a female. So when the mom probably getting out the shower and her robe, you don't think that young man looking at that black skin? That's a grown woman. So he got double in his eyes. So it's just like, just don't avoid it. So how could this be avoided? Listen. Even for my daughter, I'd be like, look, we having company, go put on some clothes. Okay? Or my mom, guess what? We having company, you also go put on some clothes. You know what? They come out, no, I don't, that's too revealing. And that's just how I am. Oh my gosh, I'm home. Why do I got to change it? It's just for things like that.
Exactly.
Because males are visual. They don't need to, so it's just like, so why try to be sexy? What I got to be sexy for my daughter, baby daddy for?
Exactly. So you say that. Actually, with me and my brothers, we used to do that. Tell each other that we have company, and we already knew what time it was. Usually we'll stay in the room, or if we come, we just go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, and go straight.
Right.
Like me, some of my brothers' girls thought I was mean.
Why?
You get what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't speak.
Okay.
But it was only in respect of my brothers.
Come on,
you get what I'm saying? And then,
yes.
so if they're sitting out on the couch or anything like that, I just go to the kitchen, hurry up. And I remember one time my brother was like, "Hey, can you put on a shirt?" No problem.
Right.
I didn't feel offended.
Right.
I didn't feel no type of way. You get what I'm saying? It was just because I had to respect my brother. It was a thing in me to do it.
Yes.
You know, so when I would do it, so that will be our code in the house.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So yeah,
because
I
we're
definitely
human.
agree with that. Yep.
We're human. And so it's just like we all have eyes. We all have the senses. So it's just the respect. You know, somebody smell good, look good. What the other person gonna do? Okay. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna say anything, but they're watching. Mm-hmm. And so when people, you know, it's something new, it's something exciting. And it's what I'm also learning. Like, so people act on things because it's new.
Okay.
And which is sad, but back to this other shenanigans, I feel like we should just call this whole freaking series shenanigans and just keep looking at that. And this is shenanigans, like this is mind blowing. And I didn't see other people reaction. And you know, they're probably more lit, and all that. But listen, the young lady, the daughter, okay, if I was your best friend, okay, I'm sure, because I'm sure this happened a couple of weeks ago, I saw, listen, I hope you pack their shit. I hope everything is cleared out. I hope you're spending time with your daughter. So I have a question. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that she should break the relationship up from the grandmother and the grandchild?
No. Because the child has nothing to do with it. But there should be a long-ended spoon when it comes down to it. So let me say it like this. Because it's fresh, there needs to be a time apart. Right? Mm-hmm. And then once there becomes a healing phase, but then the grandma should be with, because if the grandma and the granddaughter has a relationship, you cannot break that bond because of how you feel about the you know what I'm saying? Because if they are not causing hurt, harm, and danger towards the child, you really can't break it, because then you would, like I say, there's always a ripple effect that comes with that. And then you'll have, the daughter may not do it now, show it now, but she may have resentment towards her mom because, oh, you never let me see my grandma. And she's too young to understand. When she gets older, she will. Oh, that's why you did what you did. Well, I probably would have done the same thing. And let that be the actual granddaughter's decision to make later on in life. But that's what I would have done. You get what I'm saying? You know, I don't even want to put this out there, but if it happened with my brothers, you get what I'm saying? That I still wouldn't stop the relationship between my son and their uncles. You get what I'm saying? And I would hope that they wouldn't do that to me as well. Right. But then I will understand the separation. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not the child that's really was the cause or the reason for them to be. It was the two adults.
And do you think she could forgive her mom?
I don't know.
In her lifetime, can you forgive anyone if someone did it to you like that?
I believe so.
Forgiveness.
I believe so. I believe so. I'm not gonna say that's something I will overlook, but I think that just comes with time. You know, probably like 40 years from now, I'll probably be dead. I'm just joking, but
it's just like
what about you?
It's for me, if I will forgive, it's so easy for me just to say yes, but I'm going to say yes. But for forgiveness, I will forgive. Would I be able to keep the relationship for, you know, both of the partners, if it was my mom and the grandchild? Like you said, give it a break. I'm very I'm very petty. So I don't know how soon I will bring my child back to my mom, because it will hurt. It will hurt her more.
Speaking of that,
go ahead.
Yeah, you are petty.
I'm petty. You know what? Listen, if I get petty, it's only because I'm hurt. That's the only reason. I only do it when my mind is foggy.
So since you say that, I just learned something from a pastor.
Okay.
And he actually said that being offended causes you to be in a trap. and he said it about 2 years ago. So he was talking about how when people are offended by whatever transpire in their lives, they become offended. I mean, they become trapped in that. So they mind begin to basically think the worst.
Yeah.
And it begins to taint them to act a certain way.
Yeah. And it's
so
not them.
Right. But then they become bitter.
Yeah.
They become rude. They become, ruthless. They begin to basically act out because they feel offended. But when you learn how to start moving on from being offended, understand that happened right then and there.
Right.
That there must be a time that we transition to the next phase. You get what I'm saying? But when you are offended, it's an easy trap for the enemy to set you up to be bitter. For it goes into bitterness.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I got
and
you.
then it stays with you for a long period of time. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you wonder why some people, like old ladies, feel some type of way. Oh, because he cheated on me. They always go back to 1962.
They
you get what I'm saying?
stuck there.
We'll be talking about washing the dishes, but you'll remember in 1962 when the dad did XYZ. You get what I'm saying?
That was that feeling he left with her.
Right.
Yeah.
And because of the offense, it begins to build the trap. So that's
stay there?
Right.
Wow.
And then you'll never go, you'll never forgive, and you'll never move on.
So how to get out of it?
So so basically what was taught out of it was that you have to work on like yourself to see that you're going to be offended by it. So it's hard to really explain, but I'll just give it to you as an example with this situation. Right now, knowing that the mom has slept with the baby daddy, now you as the individual know what happened. Understand that the enemy has stepped in and now it's going to taint you. So what you have to do is pray for like forgiveness. You have to still say, I would love the ones that despitefully use me. You get what I'm saying? You will have to sit up there and try to go past the fact that the person that they did what they did. Now, not saying that you still have to love them like how you was loving them, meaning you were sleeping, still being with the baby daddy, still around the mom 24/7 or this, that, and third. You probably have to have a distance, but still have a understanding that you have to have a relationship with the two because of the child. So what happens is you won't lash out. You won't, every time, when you see them, every time you see them, you start lashing out on them. Every time you see them on, you start lashing out. Oh, it's because of you, this, that, and the third. No, you say, well, you start working with them, or you be the bigger person out of the situation when, to avoid being offended. Not saying you're not supposed to. You get what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to feel some type of way, but there's a time and season for everything. So it's a time for you to feel sad, feel some type of way.
Gotcha.
But then there's a time for you to be happy and move on. There's a time for joy. There's a time to even recompense or tie back in the tie, with that individual. And nothing says y'all gotta live under the same house after that. After that, you get what I'm saying?
So just for me to take away from this trauma, Lord Jesus, that's trauma because I can't imagine. I feel that I'm not pointing the finger at the daughter, but I'm telling you there were red flags before it got that far. Because I cannot wrap my mind. Yes, we will always need help. You need a village when it comes to these kids. Every child need a goddamn village, period. So the mom probably was the help. The baby daddy looked like he ain't got nothing going on. All his shoes on the freaking floor and stacked up. And like she said, hey, give me my shirt. Give me my pants. Give me this. Like, Oh goodness, but just the moral of it is I feel that it was probably red flags like we stated before. Maybe she did heard the sound and now you see your mom trying to be in a black robe. Why in the hell you in a black robe? Because I'm the only queen in this house, and even in my house at the my black robe look like the mama black robe. So you cannot wear that. So but why the daughter wasn't able to tell the mom, like, you know what, you need to cover up. Or when we about to do our thing, you need somewhere to go. Like, you're not able to be here when we need to have our physical, intimate moment. So it's just like another one I'm adding is building those healthy relationships. I feel like every single action, every single choice that we're making is based on us not making the right decision when it comes to building healthy relationships. Because all of this could have been avoided if she would have did better with him.
Okay.
And then also have those building relationships with her mom. It is just like, she probably didn't know though. I can't point fingers at the daughter, but I feel like she's still learning herself, and I don't want her to walk away of not knowing. You need to know. Right. Like, sadly, you had to go through this experience, but don't ignore the red flags.
Right. And some of us live in this fallacy. You get what I'm saying? We live in this fantasy type of mindset where we ignore the signs as well. So we have to be careful of that.
Stay strong, my sister.
Yeah.
Stay strong.
All right.
All right.
Until next time, I'm your boy DP.
All right, y'all.
This my girl T.
Hey.
And we Gemini Gemz.
All right, yes.
That's Geminis with the S.
Yes.
Gems with the Z.
Z.
What we do, T.
Hey, drop them gems for the shenanigans. Have a great one.
Drop them gems. All right, y'all.
All right.
All right.